1 second, everybody. Bad start. 1 second here. Hi.
There we go.
Welcome. Welcome to the Rivalry Weekly NFC West Talk with Ryan from No Border Sports and me, Joe Stevens with Seahawks Talk. What's going on?
What is up?
So, any news? Did you guys report to camp yet? You guys reported to camp 2 days ago.
Rookies, yes. Rookies are at camp.
Okay.
Also, the
anything?
media isn't there, so we don't know anything.
I didn't even, the Seahawks, the rookies report the 24th, so in 4 days, and the veterans report the 25th. So, oh, hey, we got John Jay in here. Haven't seen you in a while, John Jay. I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow if you're there for Friday night. I made sure to take tomorrow night off because last Friday night I took off from the stream, so tomorrow night I am doing nothing except sitting in front of my computer for 11 hours. And
11 hours?
Gonna have an 11-hour stream.
We will not be going 11 hours. I actually have to work tomorrow. So I'll be off work and scrambling to get stuff done.
But I guess before we get into things, what time are you off tomorrow?
I think at 1. Not sure.
Oh, you'll be good.
Yeah, but it takes me a couple seconds to kind of get back to
decompress.
Yeah, it's been kind of fun lately. It was big, like my day off. I'm going in to help people out because some people can't show up. So,
dude, there's been streams before. If it makes you feel any better, there's been streams that we've done before that I try not to show my arms because they're just black and covered in grease from work. And then as soon as I go home, I go in the bathroom, wash my face, nothing else, wash my face, and just my hands. I wash my hands and my face, and then I come back here, I throw a Seahawks jersey on that I got piled in the corner. I'm like, okay, hopefully I don't look like an idiot. And usually I'm sweating so bad because I just washed my face with hot water. So, yeah, I completely understand what you're going through there.
Yeah.
So, so tomorrow's a go then. What time?
Oh, it's 6 like normal. 6 o'clock,
6.
Pacific Standard.
You used to start that shit at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that you're starting at 6. I really do. But I remember, I think the first time I watched you guys do it, and then the first time I went on, it started at like 8 o'clock.
I think I was starting at like 7.
Maybe
I was starting it at 7.
Yeah,
and we were going to like 2.
Well, I remember one morning we went. How long did we go? Like 8 hours.
Yes, I think we started at 5. I started at 5 and went to 1, I think, or we started at 6 and went to 2.
I think it was 6 to 2. I think it was 6 to 2 because I remember just being like, I don't want to do anything the next day, but I think I had to go do something. But I was like, oh yeah, this sucks.
You got to make sure you're drinking water. I know you like to have your beverages throughout the show. You got to make sure you drink the water.
Especially with this heat.
Oh, bro. Who was it? I was on, you know who Mariah is from Mariah 49er Faithfully?
I believe I've seen some of her work. But
I do a show with her on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
She's on vacation at the moment, but I think it was the last show we were doing. She had Lagunitas Summer Shandy. And I was like, that's the perfect type of beer for this weather because a lot of water in it. There's a little bit of alcohol, you know what I mean? And if you're putting down a lot of them, you're going to get your water, you're going to get your alcohol, and you're going to, it's like the light beer with lemonade.
Yeah,
it's really good.
They're doing their, the NHRA Nationals, so the top fuel cars and the funny cars. Like, John Forrest and Tony Schumacher, like the big names in drag racing are going to be in town. Well, it starts tomorrow, but like I said, I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm just going Saturday, Sunday. And yeah, I'm gonna have, for every beer that I have, I will have one water because it's gonna be hotter than shit, and there's no trees. So every one beer, I might have 1.5 waters because it's
you
gonna
might
be.
have. You got to watch out with water and alcohol though, because it gets into your system quicker when you dilute it.
It works for me.
I'm just letting you know. Just saying, right?
I'm
You do
just
what you got to do. I just
I'm
knew one guy. He would like come over with like a fifth, right? And he would just put it in an empty 2-liter and then fill it up with water and then just slam that thing and just be and like an asshole for like 4 hours and then be like, oh, I gotta go. It'd be perfectly fine. I'd be like, oh, thanks, dude. You came over here to get drunk real quick. You know what I mean? There's a movie called The Quiet Man with John Wayne. And in there, there's a character named Micheline O'Flynn. I might even said that wrong. They say it so quick, and I don't have the accent. Anyway, Micheline O'Flynn, he's the matchmaker. He's the cab driver. He's the, if people are fighting, he's the guy who's taking the odds. You know what I mean? He's the house money. He's doing all that. Anyway, so he's being a matchmaker, and the daughter, or the guy who, sorry, the woman, Maureen O'Hara, who that's John Wayne's love interest. She's got the matchmaker Micheline O'Flynn in her house, and she's trying to make him feel comfortable. So she's like, "You want whiskey and water?" Because she knows he's a hell of a drunk, and she's not trying to give up all her whiskey and whatnot. And he just explains to her, "Ma'am, when I drink whiskey, and when I drink water, I drink water."
You told me this before.
Love that quote. I'm telling you. Hey, you need to watch that movie. Okay, watch it with your missus. She might like it too. There's a love story in it, all that. But the last, like, I don't know, third of the movie is just one fight scene through the whole town. And at the end, he spanks his wife until she loves him again, which is not something you men should be doing. It was like a recurring theme in John Wayne movies. He would spank his women until they loved him again. He did it in Donovan's Reef. He did it in McClintock, McClintock's another one of my favorites. Yeah.
I've my favorite ever song from a Western is in a John Wayne movie. It's that Ecstasy of Gold from, I think it's True Grit. No, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. That's Clint Eastwood.
Yep, you're right, and I'm an idiot. So you got me there. Not John Wayne, Clint Eastwood.
But yeah, The Quiet Man. Go check that one out. It's a banger. I'm telling you. The last third of the movie is that's where I first ever heard the term Marcus of Queensberry.
I never heard of it.
That's the rules that they fight in under boxing. That those rules are essentially go back to like I don't know, somewhere on the British Isles. I'm gonna say that, I guess, because they call it the Marcus of Queensberry, and I'm guessing Queensberry's somewhere on the British Isles, or Ireland, Scotland, Wales. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to claim turf over there. I don't want to misrepresent somebody's heritage.
A little back to football here. Has anything happened with the 49ers? Anything? Nick Bosa?
No, Nick Bosa's, let's see. I think we have 8 days. So I expect in 7 days, I believe it's 8 days. So the day before training camp starts, I bet Nick Bosa's deal is done.
How much you want to put on that?
I don't know. It's not really something I can say is 100% true. It could be 2 days beforehand. but it's usually the last day it comes out, and then everybody's like, oh yeah, he'll be there at camp. And the 49ers, I don't know why they do this, because like you saw what happened last year with Debo.
So
He
you
was
think
all
it's going to
upset.
be before training camp, though? Before the
Yeah, it's
28th?
usually like the last day before training camp,
Okay.
or it might be. I think with Bosa wants to be on the field. Bosa wants to get going, right? And I think they want him on there. So I think not that they didn't want Debo. It's just I think Debo's contract was a little bit different because of everything he did on the team and his numbers. You know what I mean? Obviously, Nick Bosa has shown everything already. Like he's
Yes.
got 48 sacks in 4 seasons. We could call it 3. So, or sorry,
Defensive player of the year last year, correct? Or am I
yeah,
wrong?
yeah,
Yeah.
defensive player of the year. You know what I mean? He was 18 and a half sacks last year. Led the
Oh
league.
yeah. He's a freak. He doesn't only look the part. I mean, he's definitely plays the part too. So
He's always going. Him never stopping, even if he doesn't initially get anywhere. Him never stopping at some point in time pays off throughout the game, at least once. You know what I'm saying? So to have somebody like that on your squad, it's on your defense at least too, is a godsend, because not only can he get you on his first rush, but sometimes he's not in a great position to make a play off the snap. You know what I mean? There could be something going to the other side, but sometimes he's great. He's great in the run game. Like he notices what's going on, and if there's like a reverse or something like that, or something that's supposed to catch somebody, he's quick enough and smart enough to see it and get on it. You know what I
and
mean? To where
that's the thing with Bosa is like there's been certain guys that the Seahawks have played that I've been like, well, he gets a lot of sacks, right? He can get like 15 sacks, but you know what? That's all he does is rush the passer. That Bosa, he's a good football player in general.
all around.
I mean, when it comes to the run, when it comes to the pass, whatever you ask him to do, he's going to do it good. Shout out to Bryant Colt, the Seahawks throwback uniform. Pardon. Seahawks throwback uniforms look really good. Thank you. I do agree if I don't say so myself. Yeah, do you want to get to those? Want to check this out?
Sure, let's do it.
Share screen. Let's check this out. Okay, you got your new homepage here, and then sent by Microsoft. Start. Can you hear that?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. That is it. That is totally it. There you go. Yep.
Okay, and here we go.
I remember that so much.
Me too, barely.
No.
Because I was on the very tail end of dial-up. But
you got to understand, that was what I heard right before I got to talk to chicks in chat rooms when I was like 14.
But yeah, check this out. We got DK right there, Quandre, and then there's DK. Where is the one I wanted you to see?
Oh yeah, where's the
right there?
The Kingdom. Yep.
Yeah, so there's a patch of the Kingdom,
that's cool.
and which is cool. I ordered one. You can't see it from the outside, obviously. It's just on the inside, just like all of our jerseys now have a 12 man flag on the inside right there. But yeah, this one's got the Kingdom on there.
The Kingdom was like, to me, it was like not a cool place, but
it got a football team here.
It was like what we had in our area. You know what I mean? So it was ours. You know what I mean? Like, So when I was a wrestler, we had cheerleaders, and they were rather large. I believe if I am correct, they didn't have a size skirt for one of our ladies, so they literally had to buy 2 other skirts and sew them together for her. Okay, someone in school made some remarks about our cheerleaders, and we had to meet him outside his class and remind him, you don't say anything about our cheerleaders except for thanks for cheering on our wrestlers.
So you
know
are
what I mean? Like,
correct. I think we were talking before the stream. That is, I don't know why, but yeah, that is darker than the new ones. The new
yeah,
ones pop a lot more, and I think that's even better.
it's
But the silver is exactly the same. The gray pants are exactly the same. But yeah, that blue pops a lot more. But yeah, no, I think that I've been waiting on basically my whole life for this because 2001 I was 4 years old. So that's the last time the Seahawks played in these. So
yeah. No,
last game.
That was when I went to school, there was a lot of people wearing those jerseys. You know what I mean? When I went to high school, that was the jersey.
Yeah, and they changed it so the Seahawks have literally okay. I'm gonna show my knowledge for weird Seahawks facts for 1 minute here. So, can we go back to this page here? The Seahawks have worn a throwback jersey one time in their entire existence, and a lot of people don't think that because they think of these, right? So in 83, or yeah, 82, 83, they went from these with no hawk on the sleeve, right, to these. Can you see my mouse?
That's hella small. Hold on.
Sorry.
Yes, I can see those. That's Trent Dilfer. That was an 82.
No, that's John Kitna.
Oh, that's John Kitna. That was an 8. Oh, you're saying that was the throwbacks?
No, so these, see so 76 through 82, they wore these jerseys, right? They didn't have the Seahawk on them. And then in 83, they went to the ones with the Seahawk on them, on the sleeves there.
Okay.
Seahawks have worn a throwback jersey one time ever, and that was in 1994, I believe. They played a game at Husky Stadium, and it was like the 75th anniversary of the NFL. And they wore their inaugural jerseys one time. So it doesn't really, I mean, I guess you can call it that. But yeah, we've never worn the royal blue and silver since 2001.
I see. You should be wearing these once or twice a year.
Yeah, and there's a problem that me and a lot of Seahawks fans have right now. So they're only allowed to have 4 jerseys per season, right? So they have their blues, their whites, and the throwback. That's 3. So they either had to eliminate the gray or the green. They eliminated the gray. That's why I wore this today. I think that's bullshit. They should have eliminated the green. That shit is ugly.
But there's people that think the green is filthy.
Yeah, there is.
It's a love it or hate it thing, I think, from what I found.
You mean there's people who are wrong?
I would say it's like 50%. I almost would say it's 50-50 on it with the fans.
No. I'd say honestly, it used to be like 75-25, and everybody really liked the green. The green has really grown stale on me over the last 2 years, I think. I just don't.
But can I ask you this question? I don't know if many of the people watching will actually feel this, but gray uniforms, when we see gray skies like 9 months out of the year, like at some point, are you just gonna, try and have some color in your life, or is it just gonna be drab?
Dude, So let me pull out the phone real quick. The reason I like the grays so much is we played the Bills in 2012 in Toronto. We wore the gray uniforms. We smoked them, and I think we scored at least 50 points. It was 50-17, and that's my fondest moment in the gray uniforms. We played them at Buffalo in Toronto, basically.
Why not just get rid of the whites?
Nope, get rid of the green. The whites are classy.
But people really look. So they got rid of the blacks, and I really like the blacks. So I think in my 49er fandom, I would be one of those people, if I was a Seahawks fan, that would be in the green squad. You know what I'm saying? Not that I personally like that green color, but like that's where I am at.
Maybe I'm blowing this out of
I want the
proportion
blacks
a little bit. Maybe I'm blowing this out of proportion a little bit. I just think the green is not easy on the eyes. And honestly, the problem is the Seahawks uniforms right now, like their current uniforms that they've worn since 2012, they represent a winning culture compared to like all the past uniforms that we have. So I'm not willing to get rid of these at all, like the blue ones, But if we split them 50-50, I wouldn't be sad. The throwbacks and the new ones.
As a 49ers fan, I really don't care about another jersey type. Really, hold on. A lot of the fans really want the 94 home jersey, home setup. So with that darker red, the darker gold, the stripes pattern that we had then, they like that one. I just want a chrome gold helmet, personally.
I like those a lot. I think we talked about that before.
I think we have. I think Bryant Culp's a fan of the 94. I think Ted is also a big fan of the 94's homes.
And that's a problem with the NFL is they limit you to 4 jerseys per season, right? So, what's up, David McNiner? How's it going?
David McNiner in the house. He's talking. He's talking some mess.
I noticed. You kind of got to let it roll off your back till tomorrow night when we see each other.
Yeah.
So
square down in trivia.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. I kind of do only care about what the Seahawks wear unless somebody rolls up with something absolutely atrocious. And then you're like, what are they doing?
Right.
Yeah. Or like if a team like the Packers tried to rebrand into something more like the Seahawks uniforms.
Right. Which I think you guys are clear on. Like, I don't know anybody else who could really do it like you, because I don't know, Pacific Northwest, you're doing it's kind of got the totem thing. Like, I don't believe that totems were so big on the East Coast or down south in Arizona. You know what I mean?
These are feathers. These are supposed to represent feathers. And then it's pretty, like, they try to do it pretty symbolic. Like I said, you saw where the Kingdom was on the throwback jerseys. There's a 12th man flag back there. And then, so there's 12 feathers on each side of the neck. And then on their pant legs, there's 12 feathers on each side of the pants. So, I mean, it represents stuff, kind of cool.
Yeah. I like how they thought it out, and I like the look of it. I was like, okay. I was like, damn. But at the same time, the 49ers, like, I don't think you could do anything. Yeah. I don't think you do anything like what the Seahawks did for the 49ers and anybody buy it. Not like purchase it, but I mean, like, believe that that's the 49ers uniform. It's got to be something that's my wrestling coach looked at me and he said, look, he was going through a catalog of singlets because I was a wrestling coach or as wrestler. And he's like, look at that. Penn State. He says, it always looks classy. It's just got Penn State in the font and it's got a white stripe on it. Just looks classy. You know what I mean? And the moment he said that, I was like, in my head, oh, like the 49ers. It's never going to be anything flashy. It's just going to be classic. It's going to look timeless. You know what I mean? Like, it's just classy. That's
Well,
just
and
all it
here's the
is.
thing I look about the 49ers too compared to the Seahawks, right? The 49ers were really freaking good in the 80s and 90s, right? So yeah, you don't want to change it up too much from when like the golden years were. So
No.
the Seahawks, their best days, I mean, you could argue the Holmgren era, but like the Seahawks were never anything forever until about 2012. Well, '04 through '04 through '07, they were a competitor in the NFC, but they never dominated something like that Legion of Boom did. So to have something, because we're a more modern team, right? Our successes came more from the modern years when you guys came back in the 80s and 90s. So I think that has something to do with it too.
Yeah, but even the 49ers uniforms have always been just like red and gold with a stripe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
I think if they were shitty with red and gold and just a stripe, you kind of want them to change it up a little bit by now. I don't know.
I don't know. At this point, like I said, like it's what I expect. You know what I mean? It's like peanut butter and jelly. You know what I mean? It's what goes together. Why would you mess it up? I understand like changing it here and there, you know, every couple of years. You know, what they do is they take off a stripe or add the stripe back on. They might change the font of the numbers to something extremely close to it.
3 stripes instead of 2 stripes,
Right.
or whatever.
Which
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Just don't give me some stupid redo, you know, or a new concept. I don't want a new concept.
Like a Jaguars do every 4 years.
Yeah. No.
The Jaguars redo their uniforms every like 4 years. I think you have to keep your uniforms for 4 years, and I think that's why they do it. But they suck, so it's like, eh.
To me, they set a standard. It's a gold standard. You know what I'm saying? It works.
All right, you corny bastard. I saw what you did there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, seriously. I think if the Seahawks were really dominant in the 80s, we wouldn't have strayed away in the 80s and 90s. Wouldn't have strayed away from the uniforms we had, but
it would look like the throwbacks. It would look like the throwbacks that came out today. That's what it would be. You know what I mean? That would be the evolution of it, or maybe something more complex or something, or a bit different, because it probably this version of it would have came out years ago, and they would have tweaked it in here and here. So we don't know what iteration it would be in there, but I'm guessing we'd have something close to that. You know what I mean? The pants probably stay the same or something like that. I bet you the stripe on the pants changes through the years and whatnot like that. And, you know, they add a little, some white piping outside of the stripe or something, you know what I mean? To really throw a curveball at people. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of my thing, is like, just these uniforms, they represent when we actually were dominant, right? So that's why I don't want to get rid of these. But one day they will be outdated, obviously, just like everything else.
Yeah.
But
I don't see the 49ers really changing their stuff unless the uniform actually changes.
Nike,
you know,
too. Yeah.
No, not even Nike. Oh, maybe, but I just think that, like, if you had a change of pads to the point where you didn't need protection over your shoulders anymore, and it became like cutoffs. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this would happen. I'm just saying, huh? I'm not saying it would happen. Yeah, I know.
Chat, do you
look like a whole bunch of guys in flak jackets running around?
Yeah, exactly. Chat, do you guys have any questions about the Seahawks or 49ers that you'd like us to answer? Anything like that is greatly appreciated because we are officially. When do the veterans report to camp for you guys?
I think 8 days.
8 days,
I believe
okay. And then
David McNiner, would you please confirm that? It might even be 7, but I think I heard today that it was 8 days.
We're 5 days away. The man, the myth, the legend, David Corona in the house.
My little daughter started school.
How was that?
Started her first day of kindergarten. I'll find out here probably on Saturday.
In July?
Yeah, they got year-round school. Oh, they got year-round school. Which I think is good.
Well, I mean, it sucks. When I was a kid, I always looked forward to the 2.5 months off.
Yep, I did too. But when I came back to school and they were like, okay, let's pick up where we left off. And I'd be like, wait, what? You know what I mean? Like I had issues remembering everything. So I think for my daughter, it'll probably be best to put her in a year-round school. When they said she's going to be in a year-round school, I was like, oh, that sucks for a second. And then I was like, nope, that's good. It'll give her less time to forget stuff.
Do you remember when you were a kid and they'd send you home for summer break and they'd send you with a summer break packet and it would take like literally 20 minutes to fill out? So you just wait till the weekend before school started and fill out that summer break packet and then go back to school.
My mom would send me to my dad's house with a booklet of homework. Like I don't know, like a 150-page book or something like that. And that was to make me remember everything in school. And I did about 10 pages and then I just do whatever else. I couldn't stand it. That's why I'd rather her just be in a year-round school to where she doesn't have to do any of that crap. She can just go run around for a month and then come back and get right back into it. You know, go for another 3-4 months and go run around. You know,
my summers consisted of like child labor. That was pretty prominent in my household. Like out cutting firewood when I was in like 3rd grade every freaking day, stuff like that. Keep you in shape, keep your mind right, you know.
That's where you got all the chess from, huh?
Yeah.
If anybody doesn't know, I was kind of taken aback there for a second when I saw Joe in person. He's got this, like, you weren't on the stream, but people were like, "Oh, what was the surprising thing about Joe when you met him?" And I said, all I know is I don't want to catch a hook by Joe. He got he's a stout guy in the chest. Not saying that his jab's weak. I'm just saying I know I don't want a hook.
Always, dude. It's I don't know why. I've always ever since I started splitting firewood, I get my right side would get so sore and tired that I start splitting with my left side, and then I don't know. I started splitting firewood at a very young age, and that definitely did something for my chest.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know. I got my grandpa's chest. My grandpa looked like SpongeBob with his head on top. He was so there was square. There was a hold on. There was a guy who was a world's strongest man competitor. Okay, and he showed me pictures of him hoisting picking up the, I don't know what you call it. It's like the granite ball. Have you ever seen that smooth rock that they put up on top of the things? There's like 5 pillars or whatever, and they got to pick up a big, huge stone like ball and put it on top of it.
I missed. No, but those World's Strongest Man competitions were freaking awesome. I love those things.
I seen a picture. I don't know if you know who Magnus Vermagnuson is, but he was like one of the old school OGs. Like he was like when it started coming out on TV and you could start watching it, he was the guy who was winning like every single time. Like you're just put your money on Magnus, he gonna win. but he's competing against Magnus Magnuson, and he did the shadow box, my grandpa's shadow box. And my grandpa was a Marine in World War II. So he's going through the pictures and he goes, holy shit. And I, what? Thinking like there's some clue that I missed. You know what I mean? And he's talking about my grandpa's picture when he's standing next to somebody else and the rest is company. And he goes, your grandpa. And I said, yeah, what's up? He says, looks like if he took his shirt off, he'd be twice the size of every other man. Because my grandpa had such a chest, it was barely keeping it in his shirt. You know what I mean? Like it was filled every inch of that puppy out. I was like, yeah, grandpa was that guy. He fell off the top of a 10-foot ladder when he was pruning a tree when he was 80 years old, and he broke his back. And then he picked himself up off the ground and walked over to the truck, leaned on the truck, told Emma to get out here. She needed to move the truck because we're going to the hospital in the Buick. He's not taking an ambulance. Ain't no time for that. He just got a broken back. You don't need ain't no punk. 80 years old, bro. Hey, wait. After that, he was still delivering Meals on Wheels to people.
Old
You
people
know what I'm saying?
crazy.
He's like, I think he stopped Meals on Wheels when he was like 86 or something like that. He just wouldn't give it up. He's just putting around in that truck that he had grandma move so they could go to the hospital in the Buick.
Dude, my great grandpa, he was a World War II vet as well. He stopped driving. He died at I think 98. He stopped driving when he was on his deathbed. And his car was it was like, you know, when you give the 16-year-old girl her car keys and you're like, okay, don't total it in the first day. It was basically like that. By the time he quit hitting every post, there's a 4-way stop right by his house, right by where I grew up a half mile away from him. And he never stopped going east to west because, there never used to be a 4-way stop there. You know, old people are crazy, dude. They just, they just put that in a couple of years ago. There never used to be a 4-way stop there. I don't stop.
If you haven't done it in the last 20 years, I don't respect it. If it wasn't there 20 years ago, I don't respect it.
Basically, that's how it was. And it's like, okay.
That's just an option.
Yeah, it's like, dude, he blows through this 4-way stop going like 35, 40 miles per hour. And he's like, oh, yeah, no big deal. I don't stop.
My mom told me that my grandpa used to start his truck in second gear. We started it in second gear. I think what he did was like he would put it in second gear instead of first gear to actually start going. You know, obviously you're not in gear when you start the car, but you know what I mean? Like
it probably had like Granny Low, maybe. Was it like an old Ford?
No, it was a freaking Mazda truck. It was like a 1980s, 1980s Mazda truck. It was like a dark brown. This thing was so cold in the mornings, even though it was in California. I remember freezing my ass off in that truck. He would come out and like pour water over the windshield, and we'd go to school in that thing. Oh my God.
Dude, that's why I drove every day to high school. 1989 Mazda B2200. That's the only vehicle I've ever had that I've been like, damn, I want that thing back.
Yeah, Grandpa was a G, bro.
Want to do some trivia shit?
Sure, what we doing?
Weddle? Want to do a Weddle?
Oh, yeah, let's do some Weddle.
I don't know if you guys in the chat, did you try Weddle last Friday night? Or
no, I should have. I totally forgot about that.
Okay, so you guys in the chat will kind of get the gist of this once we start doing it. Okay, we got it. We'll do normal mode to start. What player do you want to start with?
Um, let's go George Kittle.
Okay, Kittle. Okay, he's in the NFC. He's not a tight end. He's younger
He's
than
in the
29.
NFC West.
He's in the NFC. That's why it's yellow. So if he was in the NFC West, it would be green.
Gotcha.
So he's in the NFC, but not the West.
And he's shorter than 6'4",
6'4".
and he's younger, and his number is lower. Oh, Jesus.
Let's think Aaron. Let's do Aaron Jones here. Knock the NFC North out.
Okay.
He has a really small number. I think he's going to be a quarterback or a wide receiver. NFC East. Jalen Hurts, maybe?
Hold on. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Let's go Jalen Hurts then. Oh, wait. Quarterback. Good. We'll switch it up. Position.
Okay, he's in the NFC East. He's a wide receiver. I'm not sure
wide receiver.
His number can be less than 1. But,
how do you know he's a wide receiver?
Because it's offense only. It's only quarterback, running back, tight end, and wide receiver. It's skill position only.
So, who's number 0 in those other teams?
Well, that's
a this year shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see.
Let's see if he's on Dallas. Can we just try a Dallas wide receiver?
Hold on. Yeah, Dallas wide receiver.
We'll do what's his name? CD Lamb.
Yep.
Wide receiver. Okay, Philadelphia, Dallas, Washington.
He's older than 25. Gallup?
No, it's not for Dallas. It's either for Washington. It's either for Washington or it's for either Washington or New York. I don't even know any Giants receivers.
I don't either.
Let's put McLaurin in and see if he's a member of the Washington team. Okay, so
he's 6 foot tall,
and he's a Giant, and he's
a Giant.
Who did the Giants draft for wide receiver?
I don't know.
They have to be current players, Bryant. Giants player, wide receiver. God damn it. Fuck, what was his name?
I'm about to use a Google machine.
Don't. I know Hyatt plays for the Giants, I think. Okay. We're super close. If we can just figure out who number 0 is for the Giants.
Alexa.
Fuck, dude. God damn it. This says easy. It's hard. I'm sure it's going to show us our name. His name. But the Giants, they didn't even have any receivers last year. Well, only had tight ends. Didn't Evan Ingram play for the Giants last year? No, he got traded.
Yeah.
Jacoby Myers. Hyatt, we did him. Dude, this should not be this freaking hard.
It is. They spent all their money on a mid quarterback.
Yeah, and can't pay their running back.
Yeah, not that they can't. They don't want to.
Yeah, well, I feel bad for the running back. I felt bad for the running backs the last couple of years. Look at these names. Treadwell's on there somewhere. Oh, fuck. Does anybody
How much
have
you want to
any?
bet? It's like a junior, it's a junior or a third or something.
You think?
I don't know. About to Google it though.
Richie James Jr. He doesn't even play for the Giants anymore. He played for them last year. Just
That's
Google
my
number
guy,
0
Richie
for the Giants because who is it?
I'm looking at. Paris Campbell.
He plays for them? Good move. Play again. That was bullshit. Let's start out with DK. That's who I always start with. Okay.
I'm going tight end here. Let's go with George Kittle.
Not in the NFC.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Go
you can go Kelsey.
6'5". AFC.
So it's a quarterback that's taller than 6'5".
No, he is 6'5".
Oh, he is 6'5".
Not in the West.
Let's see.
We'll do McCorkle Jones, maybe?
Sure.
AFC East quarterback. Okay, let's think here. We got the Dolphins. We got the Patriots. We have Aaron Rodgers, possible? No, because it's bigger than Dolphins, Patriots, Jets,
Bills. Oh,
Bills. It's Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Nice. We actually completed that one without Googling it. Want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Who you want to start with Debo since we started with DK last time?
Sure.
Wide receiver, AFC, lower than 19, but older than 27. Do Jamar Chase, maybe?
Sure.
Just to get a baseline. I can never spell his name. Okay. AFC South wide receivers. AFC West wide receivers. Devontae Adams. I'll try him. AFC
Sure.
West. No.
So what's AFC East? What's in the AFC East?
It'd be the Patriots, Dolphins.
Oh.
Tyreek Hill, but Tyreek Hill's not that tall.
He's not that tall.
Over 6'1". Jets, Elijah.
Oh, who's the other guy they got down there in
Waddle?
Waddle.
He's 17 though.
Oh.
How about Christian Kirk? That kind of
Okay.
makes sense. Jaguars guy?
Yeah. At least it gives us
Oh
boom.
shit.
Okay.
I don't know another Jaguars receiver, do you?
No. And he's one of the older ones.
LaVisca Chenault. For some reason, I feel like I don't even know how to spell that.
Hold on. I'll Google Chenault. Chenault.
I found him. Nope. He plays for the Panthers, not the Jaguars. AFC South wide receiver. Jaguars wide receiver. Lower than number 13. God, this is tricky. Jaguars wide receiver. Fuck. You got anything?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
I can't use Google twice. He's an older guy, too. He's like 28. So this is what's harder, too. He's not even like a rookie. He's like 28 or 29.
Oh,
What?
I just Googled something. I don't know if it's right, but a name popped out and
What?
without confirming, Calvin Ridley.
Fuck, you're right. He got traded there. No,
Oh,
you're not right.
bro. How close do we have to get?
He's 28. He's a wide receiver for the Jaguars.
Hey, look what number Calvin Ridley is.
Zero.
He's 0.
That's how much money he made last year while being suspended for gambling. Fuck it. Google this one. I can't. This is going to be dead air.
Isaiah Jones, Parker Washington, Jamal Agnew.
Agnew. It's got to be Agnew. Right. How many 28-year-old wide receivers are on the fucking Jaguars? Go ahead. One more name.
Jacob Harris, Seth Williams, Isaiah Jones, Parker Washington. I don't think Parker Washington's. Oh.
Sure, let's just go for him. It was Zay Jones.
Oh, he's not even on. Oh, Isaiah Jones.
EK, he's wide receiver. Okay, we're going to do Tyreek Hill because he's in the AFC. Are you fucking kidding me? Yo, that was pretty good.
Let the record show that he started with DK and Tyreek Hill was my turn. So we won it on my turn.
Okay, one more. That was one of the best ones. Who do you want to start with here?
Let's go DK again. Oh.
Wide receiver in the NFC. I have a pretty good guess. Can I take a guess? Who's that guy? Packers number 9, Watson. Christian Watson. No. He has a single-digit number. And he is in the NFC East. I got another good one if you don't.
I'm trying to think which.
It'd be the East or the South.
What isn't there what's Tyreek or what's the wide? Oh wait, no, they got the. They don't have the wide.
I'm thinking that Eagles guy that had that catch that wasn't a catch against you guys. What's his, Devontae? Or
put in Devontae.
It's like Smith, I think. No. Yes.
Devontae Smith.
Okay, he's in the NFC East at least. So we have the Cowboys, the Commanders, Eagles. It's not the Eagles. Cowboys, Commanders, and Giants.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not Terry McLaurin.
It better not be Giants.
Who was the last guy that we got stumped on the Giants?
I don't know.
Because that would be a pretty good. That would be a pretty good guess right now.
Is it the number on? Oh, we were looking for a 0, right?
Almost. Yeah, that's the thing. It's below. But I can't remember who the fuck it was who we were talking about last time. Paris Campbell is who it was.
Okay, do it.
Okay, he's not number 0.
And it's higher than 0, yeah.
And he either plays Cowboys.
Who's a short F wide receiver that plays for
Cole Beasley, but he's been out for a while for the Cowboys.
But isn't he still on the team?
I don't think so. And he was number 11 anyways.
Oh.
He retired with the Bills, I think.
Gotcha.
If I'm not mistaken. Amari Cooper is not a Cowboy, right? No.
He's also got to be under 26. Like, far under 26. Like, under 24. Like, he's a rookie. Well, not a rookie, but he's on a rookie contract.
He's like number 1 or number 2. for the Cowboys or the Commanders. Why can't this all be NFC West? Fuck. Let's see if he's on the Cowboys. Okay, so he's obviously a Commander. Let's look up Curtis Samuel. I don't know how old he is. He's 5'11".
On the same team.
Lower than number 4.
God damn. So number 1, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's got to be one or yeah, it's got to be number 1.
Because it's not number 3. It
Did
could
they
be
just-
1 or 2.
Did they just draft a guy? Maybe.
Let's see.
See, that's what
Dotson.
Jahan Dotson. No.
You are?
Okay, we got it. I'm not done. I'm still on here. That's my wife, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah. I guess we're about to wrap this show up anyways. Because Corey starts in 2 minutes. Do you have anything else going on other than the Friday night show this weekend?
No, not at all. I should be doing more, but I think I'm going to chill out for a week or so, and then I'm going to start ramping things up. So
yeah,
stay tuned.
it's about that time, really, because training camp starts in, 7 days for you guys, 7 days for you guys, 5 days for us. So we'll hopefully there will be something to talk about next Thursday, huh?
Yeah, bro.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody in the comments. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. And we will see you next Thursday at 6 p.m. sharp. Later.
Fuck the Lambs.